Hello everyone, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. I hope you guys can hear me and you can see me as well. Let me know in the chat box everyone as you keep on joining. So let's see who has come. Okay, Satya Pratap is present. Pragya is as usual sulky. Akanksha, good afternoon. Akanksha is very happy. Khushi is happier. Very good, that's how it should be. All right, but I'm going to wait for a couple of more seconds. I think some students take time to join, right? So, thoda sa intezar. All right, Priya is present. Priya has got a brand name kind of thing also. Okay. Asmita is there. Satya Pratap is there. Shraddha has come. Ayushi, Atika, Suhail, Watanpreet, Drushti, Akanksha. And Akanksha is asking something to Pragya. Okay. Good afternoon, guys. Akanksha, that's how it should be. Neelu, you are doing fantastic. If you can maintain the same performance, you are going to top 6. Padmapriya is there. Suhani, Lakshmi. There's somebody called Learn Like a Pro. There's somebody called Nikki. Good afternoon. Nikki, this is a session on mock analysis. It's not a session by some famous Babaji who can give you life gyan. Okay, so I'll do what I can. All right, Linus is there. Raju, Lakshmi, Kashish. कब देख सकते हैं कशिश? It's already available. Okay. अच्छा, Learn Like Pro is Shaukat. Okay, but Shaukat obviously keeping the name in the mind is very difficult. So I think I'll call you Learn Like Pro only. Sharmishta has come. Jagriti, Udeshi, you are doing fine. Don't worry. It's okay. No problem. You are a good student. You will do much better in actual CLAT. Please remember, guys, 10-15% drop or a sudden jump. All these things are normal in mocks. Correct? But on CLAT day, you will do much better. I have told you that already, primarily because you would focus more, you would be more motivated, distraction would be less, and things like that. So please don't worry. If you are doing 70 right now in actual CLAT, it can be as high as 85, 88. And that means you still have a very good chance, even if your mocks did not go very well in the last 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, it's not a memory based exam. It's an exam which is aptitude based. You have built your aptitude in the last couple of months. Nothing changes in a week. Okay, at least not much. Please don't worry, you will do very good. It's okay, totally fine. And I'm telling you this from experience. I have been writing these exams for much longer than you have even lived on this planet, right? So trust me. All right, Priya Yadav, you are doing fine. You are doing totally fine. Trust me, you are doing fine. No problem at all. Okay. Prashant, that's a low score. I think you also know that, but first you write CLAT, then we will discuss it. Okay, let's not decide. Please remember, guys, before you get into a fight, if you decide you have lost it, then you have lost it. Why lose your period before the game is over? There's a very famous English saying you may have heard, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Till the last minute, till the time the invigilator snatches the copy out of your hand, CLAT is not over. Okay, let the invigilator come and snatch the copy or probably pull your hair or things like that. CLAT is not over. So do not even think in terms of I will score this much, what will happen if I don't crack. Those things are out. Till the CLAT paper is over. Till the time the center staff takes you and throws you out of the center, it's not over. I hope it is clear, everybody. That's the attitude you require, nothing else. You have to have the attitude of a fighter. There is nothing else you can do right now, okay? And nothing else you can have. You're a fighter, you will fight till the very end, okay? Throw punches, that's all. Satya Pratap, are you being humble? You're scoring 79, you're doing fantastic. Why are you worried? Priya, yes, you can do that. Absolutely, Udeshi, that's it. Nikki, music. Nikki, I don't know exactly, but it should be around 65,000. Okay. All right, everyone. So I think we can start now. Now it is fun because I can see a lot of you here. Okay. Chalo, let's begin. So what are we doing? We are doing mega mock analysis. But let me tell you guys, if you're watching me after the session is over, you can watch me at a higher speed. You can watch me at 1.5x also. No problem. Main points would still be there. But watch the session till the very end. Okay. Number one. Number two. There is a very high chance that some of you have done this mock already, in which case doing question by question, going through all the questions, that will not do much. Okay, what I will do, which I have done earlier also, is I will talk about how to approach this paper, this section of English, in around 25 minutes. Assuming you are writing this paper, you have 25 minutes. What should you do, what should you not do, and how to approach, how to not approach, how to eliminate, how to do it faster is what I'm going to discuss. Discussing question by question, the entire set of 30 questions, that will not do much because solutions are already available, correct? Solutions are already there in the PDF form. You can read. What is the point of attending such a session, right? We are going to, more importantly, we are going to focus on the approach part. What should you do, what should you not do? Correct. So nothing like a magic show, but a broad idea about the approach part. That's what I'm going to discuss. And I'll also show you how to solve questions as fast as we can, right? In place of doing one question at a time, I'm going to work on the approach part. Okay. My voice is a little choked. I hope you can hear me, right? I have very bad cold for last 2-3 days. So in case you can't hear me, just raise your volume. I have already maxed out the volume on my side. Okay, now my specs are gone. Now they are fine. Okay, everyone. So let's start. So I'm going to answer all the questions that you have in mind one by one. Okay. So Prashant, I'll answer your question. Kinjal, you are doing fine. You can reduce the time a little more. Okay. In English section, remember guys, English section, I will tell you from experience, 25 minutes is more than sufficient to score around 22 to 25 attempts and about 20 correct answers. You can easily do 20 correct answers in 25 minutes. It is doable. Okay. Now, if you want to give 30 minutes, 35 minutes, that's your choice, of course, right? But I'm talking about what can be done. Okay. And I have tested this in actual paper. So I am telling you from experience, it can be done easily. Okay. All right. Kinjal, you're talking about 27 in English or 27 overall? Satya, बहुत बढ़िया. Okay, so first thing first, very important announcement. There is a sale offer that we have. If you use the coupon code unlock20, you can get a flat 20% off on our courses. If you're targeting 23 CLAT, etc., you can go for this coupon code in case you're targeting CLAT 23. Okay, so jaldi jao, unlock the potential. Okay, so if you look at the pattern of the mock, it had the same pattern that is expected in actual paper, right? So nothing new here. You already know this. This was the pattern in the mock also. And if you look at the number of passages, English language had 6 passages. We will look at those 6 passages shortly. Now, very important, these are the passage topic. I'll come back to it later. First, look at the rankers and their scores. So Abhash scored 112.75. He has been a regular student, quite regular in the classes also. He got first rank, okay, with 112.75. Now, if you compare this score with CLAT 2021 topper, CLAT 2021 topper had 127.5, right? So very clearly, probably this paper was harder, lengthier, or maybe some questions were harder than the other. I don't know exactly what happened, but paper looks like was slightly harder than an average paper. Okay, so Abhas got the first position, Arnab second, Smriti third, Ahana and Sudiksha were in the 4th and 5th position, but actually rank wise 4th, but scores were different, correct? Okay, now these are the top 10 people with their scores. So first of all, those of you who are in the top 10, you have done a good job, well done, and you get an idea whether you have done good or bad. So if you have got 80 marks in this paper, I think you have done a good job, because the 10th ranker had 98.75. And remember, you don't necessarily have to be a top 10 ranker. You have to go to a good college. Rank is good, but first priority should be getting into a good college, right? Getting a lower rank, getting into a good college versus no rank, no college, no nothing. I think the choice is very clear, right? So that is one. So Ayushi says this rank is out of, that I do not know, correct? But whatever is the number of students taking the exam, it is still number 1, number 2. Okay, so it doesn't really make much of a difference how many students were there, correct? Because you're looking at the net score. Net score is very good, 112, very good score actually. Okay. Now Daraman, you have done a good job, no problem there. Okay. Aditya Mishra, that's on the lower side, but we can do much better, right? Now, something very important. This I have discussed in a separate YouTube video. I have discussed this in my classes regularly. I'll repeat. In the English section, you can read the questions first. But, now listen to me very carefully. Why should you read questions first? Because reading questions first will tell you how to approach the passage. What do I mean by that? This will tell you whether you should read the passage slowly, whether you can use a mixed approach, for example, reading the opinion part slowly and detail parts faster. If I see opinion, I will slow down. If I see details, I will speed up. I will not skip, but I will speed up. Reading the questions first can give you that idea. But please don't read options. Reading options will not help. You will forget them as it is, so no point reading the options. Just read the question. Now, what do I mean by that? Look at this. Suppose I look at the questions before I look at the passage. Those of you who are scoring low or your attempts are low, probably this would be helpful. Okay. Look at the first question. It talks about the meaning of the word dedicate, right? According to the passage. So I'm not saying you attempt the question, but you know one question is on vocab, right? One question is on vocab. Okay. Next one. Which of the following can be said about YouTube's community guideline policy? This is a detail based question. You have to read the details to figure the answer out. So probably wherever community guideline is given, we'll read that portion. Which of the following factors lead to termination of YouTube channel? Again, a detail based question. Inferred. I have to read the passage for this. Fast, but read. and tone of the author. This I can figure out by reading first line of every small paragraph also. Correct? Now, if I have read these questions and I know that one question is on tone, another question is on vocab, I have only 3 questions left, which are detail based. Now, what is the benefit of this approach? Now stay with me for 30 seconds. Now see this, everybody. Pay attention and tell me in the chat box. Do you really think I should read all this data very slowly? You read it if you have not read it and tell me, do you really think you have read the questions already? Do you really think reading these things slowly will be any of any use? Between January and March, US was a distant second with these many videos removed, Brazil these many, Russia that, Mexico this, Vietnam this, Thailand, Pakistan, Japan, Bhutan. This part of detail is useless. I can probably just have a look at it and then I can straight away come to this paragraph because it talks about community guidelines and I'm like, okay, community guidelines, yes, that is useful. This is what is the benefit of reading the questions first. I hope it is clear, everyone. समझ आ रहा है? Now, again, if you look at this, it gives you data, removal, going to be useless. Then if you read further, it says, these complaints are received from individual users located in India via designated mechanism. Third party content, okay. Single complaint may specify multiple items, okay. Now it says when we receive complaint from individual users, we assess each item to determine if the content violates our community guidelines, okay. Then read the last paragraph. It again gives you a lot of data, right? A lot of data. But at the same time, it also tells you that what are the community guidelines about termination of YouTube channels. And you already have an idea. There was a question on termination of YouTube channels. So you can slowly read it. YouTube channel is terminated if it accrues 3 community guideline strikes as a single case of severe abuse wholly dedicated to violating our guidelines. These are the 3 conditions on which termination of YouTube channel can take place, right? Now come back to the question we had. What factors can lead to termination of YouTube channel? 3 strikes in 90 days, severe abuse case, strong case of community guidelines violation. The answer should be all of the above. Read the questions so that you know how to approach the paragraph. What is the usual method of doing questions for students? They start reading from here. They read like a passenger in a bus. Have you seen passengers in a bus? The driver is always looking ahead, deciding what to do. Passenger looks outside, enjoys the scene, does not use brains. Video sharing platform YouTube logged over 1 million videos in India during the first 3 months of this year, more than any other country in the world, according to its community guidelines enforcement report released on Tuesday. As per the data shared, you keep on reading, then reading, and after that you say, oh my god, I took 7 minutes to read the paragraph, then I took 4 minutes to do questions, and in 25 minutes I could do only 2 paragraphs. My score is only 10. What can I do? You have to adjust your reading speed according to the questions. Is this point clear, everyone? First of all, tell me yes or no. समझ आ रहा है? Right? Because this approach you can work on even when it's last leg. Even when there are 4 days left, you can still try. I hope it is clear. Absolutely. Now I'm reading your chats. Satya Pratap Singh, yes. Suhani Yadav, don't worry about it. You are a 2023 student. We'll work on it separately, okay? All right. So I hope you are able to follow this. Now, Will it be this easy every single time? I don't know, but mostly it is very helpful. I do this myself, so I can tell you this. Okay, for example, look at this question. What is the meaning of the word dedicate as used in this passage? How hard is the question? Read the paragraph. Determined to be wholly dedicated to violating our guidelines. Dedicated, it has the same meaning that we know of, correct? So can I have the answer, please? Manish Chan, not more than 1 or max 2, right? So dedicated as used in the passage, only one meaning is possible. Committed. Dedicated is what? Committed, no? Dedicated means committed to one particular task, aim, etc. Now 1 mark you are getting because of this question. 1 mark can get you inside an NLU. It's that important, right? Now let me tell you something more here. Suppose you do not have enough time. Suppose you do not have enough time to attempt questions in actual paper, right? Even if you understand broadly whether the author is talking about something in a positive or negative tone, you can understand the answer. For example, look at this question. Which of the following can be said about YouTube's community guideline policy? Now just imagine and think, guys. Community guideline policy will be there to do what? Something positive or negative? क्या लगता है? Can you guys tell me? Community guideline policies are there to do something positive or negative? The purpose of community guidelines would be to do something positive or something negative. What do you think? Just tell me that. Correct? Something positive? Good. Brilliant. Now read the options. The community guidelines work on the principle of ethical content creation. Makes sense? Community guidelines are enforced via a combined effort of people and technology. Probably because reporting is done by people. The flagging of the content results in the content getting removed from the platform along with its channel. Probably true. The community guidelines are also followed by legal actions against the perpetrator. Now, did you read anything about legal action against the perpetrator? We did not, right? Flagging will be removed. The author talked about 3 steps before something is removed. You remember that? 9 strike, then the other was the channel is dedicated to abuse something or things like that, or violation of something. A says community guidelines work in the principle of ethical content creation. That is correct. But look at option B. It talks about people and technology, and the paragraph talked about people reporting something and then technology removing that content. Even if you have not read much, even if you do not understand much in terms of what is written, you can still eliminate if you understood the basic idea of the paragraph. Correct? I'm not saying don't read the passage. I hope it is very clear. Don't come back and say that means I will not read the passage. No, you will read the passage, but you will vary your speed. If it's opinion, slow down. If it's details, speed up. That's all I'm saying. Correct? Okay. Now let's try another one. Let's look at the question set of the next paragraph. Okay, next passage. What is the meaning of the word hiccup as used in the passage? Now first tell me, everybody, hiccup is a positive word or a negative word? I hope you understand what is hiccup, right? Hiccup is hichki in Hindi. Hiccup. So hiccup is a positive word or a negative word? Quickly, everyone, let me see. So can we all agree that it is probably not a positive word? Now solution is a positive word, amendment can be a positive word, in fact it is a positive word, release can also be a positive word. So it looks like, without reading the passage, I'm not saying don't read the passage, but without reading the passage, we are almost sure the answer is B. Correct, but I will still look at the passage later. Look at the next question. Inferred. That means I should know what is written in the passage. Okay. Ultimate aim of the new education policy. Aim. Fine. We'll read and find out. A possible reason behind CUET not focusing more on vocational subjects. Reason behind CUET not focusing on vocational subjects. Main idea of the author. Means in this paragraph passage, I have to find out the main idea. I have to also find out why CUET is not focusing more on vocational studies, and we have to also find out the aim of the new education policy. When I read, I will focus on these things. Now, let's start with the first passage, first paragraph. New education policy emphasizes on the need for vocational training both in schools and universities. What is the aim of NEP? Let's go to that question. What is the ultimate aim of the new education policy? Can you try without reading the whole passage? Can you still try? We have read the first line, right? It was to focus on vocational things, vocational studies. Vocational studies means what? Where you learn skills like computers and carpentry and making things, mechanical things, right? Anything, ticketing. You learn about tourism industry, where you make money, you do something skillful. Academic is what? History, geography, law. These are not vocational really, these are academic in nature. So can you try the question without reading the passage? Let me see. A, B, C. Okay, chalo, let's go one by one. Focus on the needs of poor and underprivileged. It was very obvious from the first line that this is probably not the aim. Correct? Variety of career options? Possible. Because if you study only history or geography, you become academic. But if you study how to sell tickets or how to create websites, you have more career options. So possible answer. Possible answer. To force. Look at the word force. Problematic tone, hai na? Force students to choose from a variety of vocational subjects. Highly unlikely. To make students rise above the shackles of academic excellence. Means the aim of new education policy is to make students not worry about academic excellence. Not really. It was simply to give students more choices. Shackles of academic, look at the word excellence. Excellence means it makes students not focus on studies. No, it simply gives them more opportunities. In place of studying only history and after 3 years of graduation, you're like, what do I do now? It says you can learn skills and you can get jobs. If you apply a bit of your brains, no, you can get the right answer straight away. Yes or no? I hope it is clear, everybody. So, is it clear, everyone? So, we did not read the entire passage, and I don't suggest you don't read the passage. I'm not suggesting that. All I'm saying is try to focus and find out the main idea of the passage. Now read further. While CBSE has introduced a total of 38 vocational subjects at the senior secondary level, CUET revealed that the exam will test candidates on only 3 related subjects. Educators fear that this may dilute the focus on vocational education and reduce its value. So look at this, guys. NEP wants vocational studies, but the CUET exam is not allowing it. So can we say that the author is saying that NEP and CUET both are actually working in a cross-functional manner, or they are working against each other, yes or no? What NEP wants and what CUET wants, they are actually not compatible. NEP wants more vocational studies, CUET is not conducting exams. So their goals are not the same, they are against each other. We understood it from the first paragraph only, correct? Now if you have understood this, then if you go to this question, can we try the answer? Okay, probably the last one. Main idea of the author. Can you get the correct answer? Try doing it. Just try and tell me what could be the correct answer. Shraddha Mishra, can I attempt vocab questions directly? Yeah, but just check the context once. Okay, it's very useful. Pragya, this mock should be available as PDF also. You can use it from there. Okay. All right. So everybody is saying, okay, let's try D option as the correct answer. If you understood the first paragraph properly, you know what the author was trying to say. The two learnings, I hope, are very clear. Read the questions first and get the author's main idea. When it's a lot of details, read fast. When it's opinion, read slow or slowly. Vary your speed. Don't be a bus passenger. If you do all this, your chances of getting right answers is very, very high, and your accuracy would improve, and more importantly, your attempts will improve. Okay. If you're targeting CLAT 23, we have a batch especially for you. You'll be taught by the very best in the industry. Please don't miss the chance. Okay. Positively. All right, everyone, let's try again. Counteract. Okay. Please read the question and tell me what could be an answer without reading the passage. Okay. Try. I'll repeat, I don't suggest you don't read the passage. You read the passage, but have a look at the questions first. Okay, just look at the question. Shreyansh, yes, but I did not do a lot of it. Suhani, try it on the app probably. Okay, you would get it there. Yes. So what can be a possible answer? Now if you look at it, it says most opposite in the meaning to the word counteract. Counteract means prevent, means neutralize, means thwart. What is the possible answer? D must be the possible answer. Though we will check it from the context once, but I don't think there is a need. You can see option A, B and C are all the same category words, means D is odd one out. As it is, D should be the correct answer. Correct, everybody? All right. What is the purpose of the air pocket? Now pay attention, everybody. It's a detail based question. Air pocket inside each ear. Okay. Not surprising that cetaceans rely more on sense of sound. Again, a detail based question. All the following evolutionary and anatomical changes to cetacean bodies have been mentioned except, again, detail based question. Primary purpose. Now remember guys, if you have too many detail based questions, you have to read the paragraph a little slowly, because you should know where the answers are going to come from. I'm not saying it is harder. I'm saying you have to slow down a bit if you have too many detail based questions. Correct? But you can decide. For example, look at the size of the paragraph. The size is too big. Correct? And 3 questions are detail based. So what you can do is you can ask yourself, should I do it right now or can I come back to it later? If there are easier passages after this, why not do that first? You understand what I'm saying? Reading questions can help you with that also. Approach, very important. Or what you can also do is you can solve probably one question, counteract, and then for the rest you can probably take a chill pill and go to the next paragraph. This is how I would do it. I will always look at the questions to decide whether I should attempt the passage or not. 3 questions are detail based, 1 is main purpose, 1 is vocab based. Vocab based is done already. I will take a call. The passage is very long, 506 words I think, or 510 words, I don't know. Pretty long. So I'll try the next one then. Let's have a look at the next passage. Okay. What is the meaning of the expression sanguine prognosis? Tension. Inferred. What does the author mean when he says La Nina thus did more damage than good last time? Detail based. Essence of the passage. Now you can make a call here, take a chance. You can now try the next set of questions, or you can try this question depending on how comfortable you feel. Now suppose you're like, no, this also looks hard. Okay, let me try the next set. What is the meaning of the word evasive? I think you all know the meaning, right? Can I have the meaning, please? Everybody, tell me the meaning of this word. Quickly, if you can't answer this question, I think you would be in trouble. Satyapratap says it was in GK also. La Nina, El Nina, Nino, elusive. Absolutely. Now, evasive means elusive. Yes, 100%. So answer must be B. The other options are absolutely useless. So answer must be B. Okay, let's look at the next one. Why does the author say we cannot take the earlier success of vaccines for granted? I don't think you have to read the passage for this. Can you guys try? Can you guys try without reading the passage? Try. Let's see. Pragya, yes, that's correct. Can you guys try? Just read the options carefully, everybody. Abhinav, yes, good vocab. Abbas. Can you guys try? Yes, Sachin Singh, 48. Sachin Singh, 48. You don't look like 48, Sachin. You look very young. Absolutely, 100%. Congratulations. Absolutely. I said absolutely, but we'll have to see the correct answer. I'll see that later, okay? Now, look at this. This one is a detail-based question, correct? So we can cross-check very quickly. What form has the pandemic taken? 2021 as the year of the variant. Why does the author say that? Detail-based, we can read and find out. Primary purpose, always there. Now, look at the size of the paragraph. Size looks smaller compared to the last two. Subject is well known to us. Pandemic, well known subject. You guys have been hearing about it so long. No problem. Now suppose I want to attempt the questions. This one we marked B. Let's check the answer. correct. So we got one question correct. This one we marked B and the answer is B. Two questions done already, right? Now read the passage first few lines. When will the end of this pandemic come and what might it look like? This is a very difficult question. 2021 appears to have been the year of variant. Towards the end of 2021, we were hit by Omicron variant. Fortunately, protection against hospitalization and death is not eroded to the same extent, though protection against severe disease has declined. As immunity wanes and the virus keeps evolving and changing, will the gap in severity between secondary and primary infection be eroded, increasing levels of mortality? We will almost certainly see the future erosion of immune protection as the virus continues to evolve, and the need to redouble vaccination campaigns as well as research and development is as pressing as it ever has been. We cannot take the earlier success of the vaccine for granted. Just by reading the first line of every passage, we are able to figure out the author's main idea, yes or no? That don't relax. Pandemic is not over. Please don't relax. Correct, everyone? Now try the answer for this question. Main name of the author. Can you try? Let's see. With 2 minutes of reading, if we are able to do 3 questions, it's a good deal. You decide what to do with the other 2 questions. Karna hai, nahi karna, your choice. Right? This is why reading the questions first and then deciding whether you would go for the passage or not is a very good idea. I hope it is clear, right? Now, can you try, please, everyone? Ayush Singh, not necessarily. Read the first small paragraph, first line, second paragraph, first line, third paragraph, first line. Try to get the author's main idea throughout the passage, not only the first paragraph. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer. Absolutely. What is the author saying? Don't relax. Work on finding, work on immunity, work on vaccination. We may have to do this. We may have to raise our efforts, intensify efforts in research, development, whatever. That's it. 3 questions we got just like that. I'll repeat, and I'm repeating it, I think, for the 11 million times, that read the questions. It will tell you how to tackle the paragraph. All paragraphs don't require same kind of tackling. All paragraphs should not be your first choice. You can always decide, I will do this paragraph later if I have time. Because remember, all questions carry equal marks. But all questions are not of equal difficulty level. Very important, right? Why should you pay more time on a question where the marks are going to be same? If you give me 10 marks for a question that requires 3 minutes, I am happy. But if I'm going to get same marks, why should I work too hard unnecessarily and get 1 mark only? Right? Now, to do the rest of the 2 questions, you have to do a little bit of research. For example, why does the author call 2020 as the year of variant? You can decide, you can scan and find out. What form has the pandemic taken in 2022? You can do a little scanning and find out the answer. Not very hard, but your choice. You can leave them or you can do them. Right? Now, again try. Can I have the answer, please? Can I have the answer? Exactly. That's the whole point. As long as we do these papers like we are bus passengers, we are duty bound, we have taken an oath on a piece of flame that we will read every single word before we answer questions, then we are going to not score. It's a paper where your approach is getting tested. Yes, absolutely, guys, absolutely. Espouse basically means when you support something, when you go and tell people do this. For example, we espouse qualities like hard work and intelligence and being honest, truthful, etc., etc. Espouse is support, advocate. Now please check the passage also, but we already know the answer. So one question done already. The author's attitude towards the second part of the passage with regard to the downslide of democracy in India is one of, oh, this will require reading. All right, next one. America's democracy backslide is. Now remember guys, the key had an error, but the solution is correct. Okay, so just avoid that. Key had an error. The correct answer is actually B. Okay, so key had an error. It will be rectified. Don't worry about it. I have got some questions from students also. Don't worry. The key had a minor issue. Forget that. The correct answer is B. Okay, so avoid the key. The key says C. The correct answer is B. Okay, so this requires reading. All right. According to the passage, which of the four mutually reinforcing pillars between India and US is most at risk today? This will again require reading. Which of the following is not a principal driver for the blossoming of India-US ties? This will also require reading. What is it that I know now? That this paragraph will need reading, and look at the length of the paragraph. You already know 4 questions out of 5 will require reading, and the length is also long. You can make a choice here. You can take a call. You can decide what to do. This is why reading questions is so important. Is the message clear, everybody? Am I saying that you read the question, then you go and look for the answer in the passage? Not at all. That's the worst policy. That's the worst process of doing questions. Reading questions will tell you what to do with the passage. Should you do it right now? Should you come back to it later? For example, that passage on Wales, that looked like a hard one because you needed to read a lot. This one also requires reading. So maybe I will be like, okay, I will do it later. Let's try the pandemic one. 2 questions were left there. I can read the pandemic one very fast and I can attempt 2 questions there. Why do I have to waste time here? To make those kind of choices, correct? Priya, yes, but Priya, you are targeting 23, right? So don't worry. Aditya Mishra, I think it's a matter of time. Okay, you have given less time to CR. You otherwise will do equally well. You are doing good. You cannot have strong English, weak CR. It is not possible. Remember, guys, if you are doing well in English and bad in CR, your time management is a problem. Your preparation level is not a problem. Your time management is a problem. Manish and others, some of you are asking, should we read questions before in CR also? Yes, but it does not help much. I will tell you that tomorrow. So please don't miss tomorrow's sessions, guys. It is at 12 o'clock. We will analyze the CR section. There the approach is a little different. I will discuss that. Okay. It would be very helpful in actual CLAT. And I hope you found this session also useful. Correct. Now, before I let you go, let me quickly tell you something. First of all, on CLAT day 6 p.m. we will have a detailed discussion of the paper. So after writing CLAT, coming home, eating something, drinking Coca-Cola, please sit down and analyze the paper with us very clearly. It's going to be an analysis, and we would talk about expected cutoff, difficulty level, exam pattern, good attempt, bad attempt, whatever. Right? So it's going to be a stress busting thing. You would see where you are, where you are not. Okay, and then there would be section wise analysis also, right? So one would be generic analysis, then section wise analysis also. Don't worry about that. We'll take care of it full. Don't worry at all. And remember, tomorrow I'm going to meet you at 12 o'clock. We'll discuss the critical reasoning section. There the approach would be slightly different. I will discuss it, so please don't miss it. Tomorrow 3 p.m. Surajit sir would meet you for legal reasoning analysis, and Gaurav sir will meet you on June 16th for QT analysis. QT sounds very cute, but this section is not very cute for a lot of us. Okay, but do attend the session, please don't miss it. Now let me just look at your chats and see if I can answer something. Suhani, I'm so sorry, but I do not know exactly. Okay, somebody from this class can help you. Can anybody answer Suhani's question? She's asking something about the dashboard on the app, and I'm not aware of it. Who? That's a good question, but who asked that? Shraddha Mishra. Shraddha, do it passage by passage. Okay, otherwise you would panic. Okay. Manish says आपकी सारी class helpful. Thank you, Manish. Absolutely. Sachin, yes. I don't know. This is some kind of allergy I have developed. I'm getting cold every single week once, and I never had this problem. I think some kind of allergy. Priya, I don't know. Ankur what? Ankur Sharma, Priya, you mean? Alright guys, I'll see you again. Thank you so much. If you're watching me after the session is over, tomorrow we are meeting at 12 again, okay? So please do come. And remember guys, just press the like button because that helps us reach more number of students. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe without fail, okay? I'll see you again. Thank you so much everyone. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.